Greetings and welcome. My name is Jake Rayson. I'm a forest gardener and forest garden designer, and this is a practical walkthrough video for my forest gardening course, The Backyard Forest. Today I want to look at how to create a map in Cad. So Cad stands for Computer Aided Design, and the software that I'm using today is, firstly, well, I've got a web browser with the slideshow on, which you can see here. And the other software is Photoshop, which is this one here. So any other bitmap image editor that you fancy, anything like Photoshop, we'll be able to do the same stuff with. And the Cad software. I am using Cad software called Cad, which is brilliant, which is a very, very nice piece of software. There's a free version available as well. Also using Apple Maps, but you can use Google Maps or Microsoft Maps, wherever you can get the best quality map from. I want to look at the actual slideshow, and this is in Plan a Backyard Forest, which is section 2 of the course. And we'll go to the CAD map bit. Now if you press the P key, that'll bring up the notes, and you can be able to work through with the notes as well. So what we're going to be doing, taking a screenshot of the satellite photograph, making sure that you capture the scale as well, work out the meters per pixel in Photoshop, and then using that information we'll import the image in QCAD and then scale the image down, and then you're good to go with putting in your trees and your windbreak hedges in CAD. So first of all, the satellite screenshot. Make sure that you're using the highest resolution possible. For my purposes, I am using Apple Maps, but it doesn't matter which one you're using, and it's all for personal use only. I'm only showing you this just as a guide. This is only for personal use that you can use this stuff. Be sure to include the scale in meters and save it out as a good quality JPEG. That's the file format, and it's a small file format. Makes your files a lot smaller. So first of all, let's go over and find the lucky property. This is a friend of a friend's house very kindly let me use his property as an example, and I've already created a blank CAD file so I can import the image straight in. The project's actually called The Backyard Jungle. I want to make it sound a little bit exciting. So here you can see this is the property here in the center of the screen. And in the top left of the screen you can see that there's a scale, and I do all my work in meters, so whatever units you're using, make sure you're using the same units throughout. So I'll just take a quick screenshot of this. I'm working on an Apple as well, obviously. So there we go, screenshot taken. We'll hop over to Photoshop, File, Open, and we're going to turn this into a JPEG. So we'll just open it up first of all. There we go. Should look almost identical, and indeed it does. So save as JPEG, say File, Save As, and save it in the same folder as your CAD file, just to keep things simple. So we're going to call it, I'll call it satellite. And we're going to save it as a JPEG. And I'm going to save it into my Backyard Jungle folder. So save that. Nice high quality, quality 10. That's good. Okay, that's all done. We need to work out the meters per pixel. So let's go back to Photoshop and have a look at the meters scale. So top left hand corner. Just zoom in, and you can see using the marquee tool, and I've got an information box here open as well. I'll just grab the length of that. So that's 15 meters is 204 pixels. So we have a figure of 15 meters divided by 204 pixels, and that will give us our meters per pixel. equals 0.0735 etc. meters per pixel. Meters per pixel. There we go. And this is the figure that we're going to use when we scale the image down in CAD. This is also known as the image scale factor. It's meters per pixel. Let's hop over to CAD and we go File, Import, and I've saved it as satellite.jpg in the same folder. Open that and I'll pop it down here right smack bang in the center. Lovely job. Okay, hit escape. What happens is that QCAD imports the image at 1 meter per pixel, so we have to select the image and then use the meters per pixel number that we calculated, and that will scale the size of that image down. So to scale the image down, we're going to select the image, which is select all, and you'll see in the property editor, I'll zoom in so you can see a bit clearer. There's a width factor and a height factor for that image, and that's where we're going to paste in the meters per pixel. If I zoom out, then you can see it's starting to squish the image up. So that's the width done, and then the height factor, paste that in. Boom, there we go. Now QCAD is a really nice piece of software. If you're going to do more than a couple of forest garden designs, I kind of recommend using it. It's so flexible and so powerful, so it's really good. Now I'm going to show you how to use this map. We'll zoom into the property, this one here. I'm going to select the circle tool, so that one there, and this is the type of circle, center point. And I'll just draw a little circle quickly. There we go. And let's call it, I don't know, 2 meter tree. So if you go here to the property editor, let me zoom in for you. Whee. So there's a diameter here, and you can type in the diameter, and that'll make size the tree to 2 meters. There we go. There's a tree with a 2 meter diameter, and I'll make it green so that you can see it more clearly as well. There we go. So that's our tree. And you can use the same principle when you're placing shrubs and herbaceous perennials. But to be honest, it's the trees that are the most important elements to get right on a map. The smaller things, the shrubs and herbaceous perennials, you can actually move around later on, actually in situ in the garden, because they're much easier to handle. So I hope that's useful. See you in the next video.